Hey there, bookworms and history buffs. Welcome to our channel. Today we're strapping ourselves in for a wild ride through the annals of history. From dancing plagues to wars waged against flightless birds, we're about to unravel 10 of the most unbelievable yet totally true events history has up its sleeve. Buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into the weirdest corners of the past. Let's get started. Our first stop takes us back to 1518, Strasbourg, Holy Roman Empire. Imagine this. It's a sweltering July, and out of nowhere people just start dancing. This wasn't a flash mob, folks. This was the dancing plague. For weeks, hundreds of people danced day and night, collapsing from exhaustion, some even dying from heart attacks or strokes. Theories abound, from ergot poisoning, a fungus found in rye bread known to cause hallucinations, to mass hysteria. The dancing plague serves as a stark reminder that sometimes even history prefers to boogie to the beat of its own strange drum. Next, we journey to 1930s Australia, a land already known for its unique wildlife. Picture it, a horde of 20,000 emus, those big flightless birds with a surprising talent for chaos, descend upon farmland, gobbling up crops and generally wreaking havoc. The Australian government's solution? Declare war. Soldiers armed with Lewis guns, weapons of war, were dispatched to combat these feathered foes. The emus, masters of guerrilla warfare, used their speed and agility to evade the troops, proving to be surprisingly resilient against machine gun fire. The Great Emu War was a resounding defeat for the humans, a testament to the tenacity of nature, and a hilarious footnote in military history. Hold on to your hats, because we're about to get waist-deep in a truly sticky situation. In 1919, Boston experienced a disaster unlike any other. A massive storage tank, filled to the brim with 2.3 million gallons of molasses, decided to spontaneously explode. The result? A wave of molasses surged through the streets at a terrifying 35 miles per hour. The deluge was powerful enough to knock buildings off their foundations, trap people in its sticky grip, and sadly claim the lives of 21 people. The cleanup took weeks, the smell lingered for months, and to this day some swear you can still smell molasses on hot Boston days. Hold on to your funny bones, folks, because this next story is as bizarre as it is unsettling. In 1962, what began as a fit of giggles in a Tanzanian schoolyard quickly escalated into something out of a science fiction novel. Imagine a contagious laughter spreading like wildfire, affecting thousands of people. This wasn't your average chuckle, it was uncontrollable, debilitating laughter lasting for days, sometimes weeks. While the exact cause remains a mystery, mass psychogenic illness brought on by stress and anxiety is the leading theory. The Tanganyika laughter epidemic reminds us that sometimes laughter can be anything but funny. Fasten your seatbelts, because we're heading into Cold War territory, and this story is one for the history books. Picture this: 1976, the Korean Demilitarized Zone, a place where tensions are always high. Two American soldiers are tasked with trimming a poplar tree that's obstructing the view between North and South Korea. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. North Korean soldiers attack, killing one American and injuring the other. The response? Operation Paul Bunyan, a display of military might that involved hundreds of troops, heavy machinery, and even B-52 bombers flying overhead. The mission? Chop down that tree. The message? Don't mess with America, even over a tree. Prepare to step into a world where logic takes a back seat and things get truly bizarre. The Middle Ages, a time of knights, castles, and apparently courtroom dramas starring animals? Yes, you heard that right. Throughout medieval Europe, animals accused of various crimes, from eating crops to harming humans, were put on trial. These trials, as absurd as they seem, offer a fascinating glimpse into the medieval mindset, their legal system, and their beliefs about the natural world. Let's be honest, we've all had those days where we feel like our own worst enemy, but this next story takes that to a whole new level. In 1788, the Austrian army engaged in a battle so absurd that it's hard to believe it happened. The enemy? Themselves. The Battle of Karansebes was a masterpiece of miscommunication and drunken mayhem. It started with shots fired in the dark, mistaken for enemy fire. Panic ensued, and the Austrians were firing on each other, charging their own lines. Even emperors aren't immune to the occasional dose of humiliation, as Napoleon Bonaparte learned the hard way. Known for his military genius and strategic mind, Napoleon met his match in the most unlikely of foes' bunnies. In 1807, Napoleon, in a moment of leisure, decided to stage a grand rabbit hunt. Hundreds of bunnies were procured, ready for the emperor to display his hunting prowess. But these weren't your average bunnies. As Napoleon and his entourage approached, the bunnies, instead of scattering in fear, hopped towards the emperor, swarming him in a wave of fluffy cuteness. The hunters were bewildered, the horses spooked, and Napoleon, the mighty emperor, was forced to retreat in the face of this adorable onslaught. Hold your pints high, folks, because this next tale is a strange brew of tragedy and, well, beer. In 1814, London experienced a disaster of epic proportions. Moo's Brewery's vat, holding over 130,000 gallons of porter, burst. A tidal wave of beer tore through the streets, destroying buildings and sweeping people away. The aftermath was utter devastation, with the air thick with the smell of hops and tragedy. Hold on to your tinfoil hats, because we're venturing into the realm of conspiracy theories, and this one is a doozy. Buckle up for the phantom time hypothesis, which claims that a whopping 300 years of history, specifically the early Middle Ages, never actually happened. Proponents of this theory point to inconsistencies in historical records, architectural styles, and even the dating of certain artifacts as evidence that something fishy is going on. While most historians dismiss the phantom time hypothesis as pseudoscience, it continues to capture imaginations, fueling debates about the nature of time, the reliability of historical sources, and the possibility that our understanding of the past is not as concrete as we think. And there you have it, folks, 10 bizarre historical events that prove truth is often stranger than fiction. From dancing plagues and emu warfare to molasses floods and animal trials, history is chock full of surprises, reminding us that the past is a weird and wonderful place. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these bizarre historical events, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from history. See you next time.